Start by focusing on your breath in the upper chest, in the heart space. If it helps you to guide your attention, to put your hands on your chest or front and back of heart, to feel the movement, do that. And wherever you are in your yoga space, you might be able to hear the sounds outside, the intense movements. Allow that to be part of your soundscape, but focus on the steadiness of your breath. Just notice any subtle tones, warmth, specific sensations in this area. Now shift your attention down to your low belly. If you're using your hands, you can rest them below your navel, inviting the breath to move deep into the lungs and the belly to soften and expand. Towards the end of the exhale, you might engage the abdominals enough to move the breath out, but retain the softness. With your exhales, feel for softness around the hips. Any parts of you that are touching the floor, relax. Sense the support of the ground beneath. For some bodies or on some days, you might find this a more accessible breath than breathing into the chest. For some, this is more challenging. Notice, but don't attach, it'll change. And finally, let's cultivate a full diaphragmatic breath. Bring your attention or your hands to the lower ribs, side ribs. And as you breathe in, feel them expanding into your hands. Relax your low belly out. Exhale, hug low belly in, the ribs soften back together. A few breaths, seeing you can get an expansion of the low ribs. Hug in your low abdominals to move the air back out. See if you can feel even the low back ribs fanning off your kidneys. So through most of our movement practice, maybe focus your breath here, feeling the movement of the low ribs more than the shallowness at the heart or down in the belly. You'll feel where you feel it. Come to sitting if you're not. We'll move into square pose. If you're in a cross-legged seat, move your feet forward a bit and then walk the feet closer to your knees. So you're squaring off the shape at your shins and thighs. Some of you have naturally open hips, or maybe you've already done yoga today and you can stack your shins. You're welcome to do that. Let's start walking right hand out to the side. Walk your right fingertips 18 inches directly out from your hip. Stay on the fingertips for a moment as you inhale, left arm up to lift both sides ribs off the pelvis. Exhale, right hand down. Draw the right elbow in. Relax your head towards right shoulder. Send a huge breath into the left side body. Expand the space between ribs. Exhale, pin your left sitting bone to the ground. Release your jaw. Look down at your right hand. Lower the left hand down to the outside of right thigh. For some of you, your spines will be fairly upright, but release the head down. Some of you will come into more of a twisted fold, leaning over your right thigh, hands or even elbows working towards the ground. Feel for releasing the neck, plugging tailbone, pubic bone down. And breathe into the left side of spine, left hip, whatever you feel opening to the shape. And lift up enough you can walk your hands out forward in front of your two shins. Exhale, forward fold. Now, first series of practice for some of us sitting upright is already a forward fold. Then work on releasing your neck. Send breath down into your hips. Scoop your low belly off your pelvis so you're not dumping into low back whatsoever. Especially if you start to come forward, keep breathing, length through the spine. Leave your head and neck released. Pull your belly in. Use your hands to walk you back up to straight spine. Some of you are okay touching your face. You'll actually bring a palm to your forehead to prop your skull back atop your spine. And change the cross of your legs. Left in front of right, or stack left shin on the right. Walk left fingertips out to the side 18 inches. Inhale, right arm up, tall spine. Exhale, lean to the left, palm down, elbow drawing in to help drag your left shoulder away from ear. If right arm up doesn't work for shoulder, you can lower the right hand down. That's fine. Soften neck. Breathe, expand the low back ribs, and then expand beneath the collarbones. Exhale, separate your back teeth, relax your tongue. Look down at left hand, bring right hand down. Bowing in the direction of left thigh, some of you folding. Some of you not changing the shape so much, but if you'll notice, if you gradually release the neck, you will feel that echo all the way down in your hip and low back. Folding or bowing towards your two shins. Exhale, release the shoulder blades down your back, away from your neck. Reach back through your tail, pull your low belly in, and allow that to pull the rest of your spine up. Head will follow. Maybe you use your other hand to ease head back up. And come down onto your back. Frog lifting through abdominals. Lying on your back, knees bent directly over your pelvis, feet lifted same level as knees, flex the feet, and then open into a frog, separating your knees and feet out into a straddle. Pretend there's a wall right in front of you that you can press your heels into. And if your low back wants more support, go to a wall or a couch or something that you can put your feet onto, literally. Hands interlaced behind your head and neck. Take a moment to massage your neck with your thumbs. We'll try to remind neck to stay released the whole time. Head will keep trying to help, but this is for your abdominals. And hip flexors a little bit. Keep the knees in line with the hips. Over the series, they will come closer and closer to shoulders as the hip flexors take over. So just note the set and then put your feet back on your imaginary wall or your real wall. Send breath down into low back. Press the low back flat. Exhale, curl head and shoulders straight up. Triceps reach into ceiling as you release head into hands. Keep the shoulders up the rest of the time. Breathe down into low back. Press it flat. Exhale, curl pubic bone and navel. Draw navel to spine. Set your tailbone back down. Sacrum heavy on the mat. Breathe down into your sacrum. Flex your feet back. Exhale, curl the tailbone up. Curl pubic bone and navel. Draw navel to spine. Sink your jaw back into your mouth. Set your tailbone down. Lift your shoulders up. Send breath down into your hips. Exhale, curl the pelvis up. Curl pubic bone and navel. Pull your belly down. Straddle your thighs wide. Option to add on. Tail down. Send breath down into sacrum. Lift shoulders up. Exhale, curl tailbone up. Pull belly down. Maybe reach your right arm through. Thumb pointing to ceiling. Cradle head with left hand. Release your neck. Pull belly down. Inhale, both hands support your head. Exhale, curl tailbone up, pull belly down. Option left arm through. Draw navel to spine. Inhale, center. One more time to each side. Exhale, curl tailbone up, pull belly down, right arm through. Left shoulder also off earth without pulling on your neck. Inhale, center, rub your neck with your thumbs. Exhale, curl the tailbone up. Press your feet into imaginary wall. Left arm through. Draw navel to spine. Last piece. Inhale, center. Flush low back with breath. Press it flat. Exhale, curl tailbone up. Tuck chin to throat. Maybe both arms reach through. But if your neck wants the support of your hands, you leave them there. Pull your belly down. Press feet into imaginary wall. Separate your knees wide. Head and shoulders down. Hands to the outside of your thighs. Help your legs back together. Do a little windshield wipe or take a moment to rest and run breath through your low back and pelvis and through your supple abdominals. Here they can move with your breath. Cannonball in twisted root, right thigh over left. Now I know it's not all of your hips and low backs to twist your root. So either keep your knees together in chair or maybe squeeze a block or a towel or a cushion, a throw pillow between your thighs so you still get the same activation of the inner leg line. Feet off the floor, shins parallel to the floor. I can double bind my twisted root. You don't have to do that. Hug the thighs together. Right hand on your thigh, left hand on right hand. Knees still right over your pelvis. Send breath down into the low back. Exhale, flatten low back into the mat. Press palms into thighs into palms. Like 30% of your strength creates just enough pressure. Keep your jaw and the muscles around your eyes relaxed. Keep your belly in. Breathe into your rib cage, into your armpits. Exhale, draw the sides of the waist down. Low ribs into your waist. One more breath. Relax that. Twisted roots, left thigh over right. If you chose a neutral shape, you can choose to be done if you want. You've already done both sides. Or do another round with us. Left hand on your thigh, right hand on left hand, or one palm on each thigh. Send breath down into low back. Flatten it into the mat. Curl the tailbone up. Exhale, hands into thighs, thighs into hands. Spread your toes. Put some energy. Everything from belly button down to your contracted sitting bones, down to your hugging inner thighs, down to your spread toes. Turn that on. Relax everything above the navel. Relax your jaw. Relax your brow point. Breathe into your heart. Breathe into back of heart. Feel that expand on mat. Exhale, relax the pressure. Happy baby or wide knee child's pose on your back, hugging knees to shoulders. You can rock out if that's soothing to you, or be still. Feel your breath down into your low back. low belly, hips. Now either continue to rock out, massage back body into mat as you are, or happy babies might come into a Baddha Konasana variation, bringing feet together. And if you want to bring feet closer to face, press them together, lift them up towards the ceiling, and then draw them in those knees. For some of you, it's safe to curl your head and shoulders off the mat, then tuck chin and pull belly to spine. Some of you want to do some rock and rolls up and down from shoulders to tail. You can take maybe 6 rocks. If you get a lot of momentum, you can do little squats. Now, some of you are trying to ground your energy. Don't do that. Keep your head on the earth and do gentle massage motions. And we'll meet in a tabletop after the next 3 breaths. Let's come into quarter dog. By the way, if anyone's not okay with being on their knees, let me know. I'll come up for modifications that don't require you to be in a quadruped. Quarter dogs, come down onto the left elbow, turn your left hand into the right so your forearms across the mat. Reach the right arm forward. You might need to scoot your knees back wider to make space to rest your head, maybe on the left arm. For some necks, it feels safer, more aligned to put head on the ground in front of or behind arm. That's fine. Also, for less compression into the shoulder, you can use a blanket or a stack of blankets to rest your head and arm on. So take a moment to feel into that position. We do this pose in Yin Yoga, where you relax completely around the bones. If that feels right to you, you can let your belly, your ribs collapse to the earth. We won't hold this as if we're doing Yin. It's a more active practice. I find it helpful to reach back through the down dog tail, decompress the spine, decompress the neck. Still breathing. Walk your right hand forward until it's straight. Tent your right palm, fingertips into the mat. Inhale, pull on the mat to drag right shoulder out of ear. And then exhale, relax your right arm completely. Sense the right shoulder draining, let it go. And slide right palm underneath your shoulder. Hang your head or gaze towards navel as you come up with a long neck. Moving right into thread the needle. I know some of you guys like to inhale the right arm open. You're welcome to do that. And then thread down onto the right shoulder, reaching right hand behind left hand. Also can be done on your blanket or pile of blankets. Left arm, I'll let you decide what to do with it. Some of you want to leave it on the floor to decompress neck. Some of you want to bind it for more twists. Or leave it extended over ear for more length. All are correct. Feel what's right for you today. And then take 3 breaths. And everyone place left palm back down on the ground by your nose. Neck released as you press yourself up to all fours. And then come down onto the right forearm for quarter dog. Right forearm across your mat, left arm extended. Different shoulder might need different propping. So take a moment to feel into it. And then check that your spine is in a happy alignment, whether you're choosing to relax it towards earth or reach back through your tail. We'll reach left arm out from your spine. Walk your hand forward. Stay on your fingertips, tent the palm up. Pretend to pull your yoga mat towards you as you breathe in. Drag left shoulder away from head neck. And then exhale to release the left shoulder completely. Let it go. Thread the needle. Left hand comes back to the ground under shoulder to ease you up with relaxed neck. And some of you will simply thread right onto left shoulder. Some of you inhale, left arm open. And exhale, weave. With the right arm, you can choose to mirror what you did on the first side. If everything's relatively healthy, then mirror. But you might find this shoulder feels really different than the other shoulder. Well, give it a different pose. It is a brand new experience. Take one more breath in. Fully exhale. And slide palm under shoulder. Ease yourself up to a tabletop. I'll give you a moment to breathe into your spine, whether you want to stretch into down dog or do some cat's cows or rest, child's pose or belly down shavasana. Stay with your breath. Lunge, right foot forward, back knee down. We'll start with a more squared lunge where the back knee is not too far back. It's almost under hips or maybe right under your hips. Might feel right to you. Okay. Activate both feet. Lift and spread toes of right foot. Fan out the toes of the back foot. Take hold of your right thigh bone and traction it forward. As you lengthen the thigh from the pelvis, feel for more space for your tail to drop straight down. Breathe the whole rib cage, especially back ribs, up off your sacrum. Exhale, ease the shoulders back. Half splits. Hands down. Stretch back into your hamstring stretch. You might scooch the right foot forward if you want to leave your hips right over back knee. Whether you flex or point the foot, I'll leave that part up to you too. Just be curious how foot and toe positions, subtle movements, affect your experience of what you're feeling in hamstrings and hips. Low lunge, bend the right knee. This time, some of you will scoot your left knee back. Make sure you have plenty of padding in your practice space. Coming onto fingertips, inhale, breathe your chest forward. Exhale, ease your shoulders back. Drop your tail towards front heel. In the yogas I practice, as long as the front foot is active, toes lift and spread, fine if knee bends forward towards toes. But that's not great for everyone's knee, so honor your body and your practice, your lineage. Long pyramid. Hands down, tuck your back toes, inhale. Exhale, stretch back into a hamstring stretch. Send the left heel straight back to get that calf Achilles stretch. If you prefer half splits, go back to half splits. Lunge. Inhale, bend left knee. Bend your right knee, left knee down. Option, arms up. Exhale, long pyramid, stretch it back. One more flow like that, but you might choose to stay in a pose and not flow. Just breathe with us. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, stretch back. Inhale, bend right knee, runner's lunge. Keep the back thigh lifted. Exhale, lower down to your belly. Low cobra, hands in front of your shoulders. Plug your pubic bone down. Inhale, pull the mat towards you to pull the torso forward from your hips. Scoop your low belly off the mat. Inhale into collarbones. Exhale, ease shoulders back, elbows in. Take a breath. Exhale, rest or down dog or cat cow, etc. But breathe in. Breathe out. Left foot forward lunge. Part 1, higher lunge. Lengthen the spine up out of the hips. Hands to the front thigh, activate front foot, and start to traction your thigh bone forward. Knee directly over toes. Inhale your rib cage up. Exhale, ease the shoulders, elbows back. Half splits. Hands down, stretch back into your hamstring stretch. Hips moving back, or maybe you leave them right over the back knee. Move the left foot forward. Low lunge. Inhale, bend the left knee. Hands either side of foot. This time, some of you will scooch right knee back. Heavy hips towards front heel. Light heart. Breathe your chest forward of knee so there's very little weight on your fingertips. Press your feet down. Make them hold you up. Exhale, ease your shoulders back. Retract the chin just a little bit. Lead with heart, not head. Long pyramid. Inhale, back your hips up, tuck your back toes. Exhale into your hamstring stretch or option, half splits. Two times with flow. Inhale, lunge. Lift your heart. Maybe lift your arms this time. Exhale, stretch back. Do that one more time on your own breath, or choose to hold and stay. Runner's lunge. Inhale, bend left knee. This time, right thigh stays lifted. Exhale, lower down to your belly. Quarter boat. Lie on. Fold your hands in front of you. Rest your forehead on your hands. If you're looking at me, my head's not going to be down because I have a microphone on, but you can relax your head, neck. Support head with hands. Send breath into the low back ribs. Exhale, curl pubic bone down into the mat and start to spiral the right thigh bone back. Slide it back on the mat from your pelvis and rotate the top of the thigh in towards the left. It might lift off the earth, then activate your toes, spread them, reach through ball of foot. Release any gripping in the buttocks, and then just feel for contracting right sit bone in towards tail. Exhale, release the right leg down. Inflate back bottom ribs off kidneys. Exhale, curl pubic bone into mat, spiral left thigh bone back. There might be very little movement, that's fine. Or some of you will feel as if the thigh bone is actually unscrewing from your hip and starting to float up. Spread your toes. Maybe pretend there's a wall right next to your left ankle, left heel, and press your foot into the imaginary wall. Everything else is relaxed. Right leg heavy, face relaxed. Exhale, lower down. Cobra or low cobra, hands in front of shoulders or hands under shoulders or behind them. Inhale, heart forward, roll shoulders back. Exhale, down dog or rest. Twisting lunge, right foot forward, higher lunge again, left elbow, right thigh. Pyramid, hands down. Step the left foot, so it's maybe 2-3 feet behind the right foot. Shorter stance than our pyramid before. Left toes angled out to the side, heel grounded. Right knee might be somewhat bent to get into the hamstring stretch without your hamstrings fighting back. Hands on blocks. Good tool if you're working on lengthening your spine rather than crunching down. Inhale, bend right knee. Exhale, find your way back to down dog. Or take any vinyasa or cat-cow. We'll meet in lunge, left foot forward. Twisting lunge, right elbow, left thigh. Or any pan position. Some of you want to put your hand on floor, that's fine. I do fists with the bottom hand to keep wrists straight. We do this in Forrest Yoga. And then you can press off with top palm to open up through the shoulders, collarbones. If you're doing Anjali Mudra prayer, maybe work your sternum onto your thumbs. Pyramid, exhale, hands down. Kind of like a triangle footprint with your right toes angled out to the side. And with all hamstring stretches, I am not concerned with the stretching legs straightening. In fact, if you're working with really tight hamstrings or injury, soften left knee, tuck your tail under. Healthy hamstrings, you guys can work on drawing the left sitting bone back. Forward fold. Bend your left knee, step right foot up to left. Fold over your legs. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Palms might be on shins or thighs. Exhale, fold in. Relax your neck or tuck your chin in. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, Samasthiti. One round half sun salute. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, Samasthiti. Twisting chair flow, modification 1. Inhale, sit back into your chair. Arms forward so you can sit way, way back. Knees try to stay over ankles. If your feet are separated, make sure your knees track right over your middle toes. It's fine to step your feet and knees together. Breathe the back ribs out. Exhale, pull low belly in, right arm opens, little twist. Inhale, reach forward, flare out back ribs. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, arms reach forward or for the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift. Inhale, almost like a cat-cow. Hearts forward, tails back. Long spine. Exhale, fold. Release your neck or look for your navel. Inhale, rise to stand. Modification 2, Utkatasana. Sit back into your chair. Bring your hands into prayer. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, twist. Left elbow might reach for either thigh. Tap left thigh or bring your feet together so you can hook right thigh. Or do what we did before if that feels safest to you. And take a breath. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Utkatasana. Sit back into your chairs, hands to your chest. Sit back. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, twist to your left, right elbow to either thigh or open your arms. Then take a full breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. 2 more rounds to each side. Exhale, Utkatasana, hands in prayer. Sit back. Take a breath. Exhale, twist right. Breathe length into your spine, tail back, crown forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, Utkatasana, hands at heart center. Breathe in. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, lift out of a right armpit. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Shoulders ease back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Last full round. Exhale, Utkatasana, hands in prayer. Use your thumbs to lift your heart. Inhale, tail back. Exhale, twist right. Open arms is always welcome. Take a breath. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, soften in. Inhale, rise. Last side. Exhale, Utkatasana, hands at heart. Breathe in. Exhale, twist left. Breathe in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Choices. Exhale, find your way back to downward dog or fold. Vinyasas are also welcome. Inhale, rise if you didn't take a vinyasa. Exhale, Samastiti. We'll meet in warrior 2, right foot forward. So down dog, step your right foot up to your right thumb. If you're standing, turn to face side of mat, feet 4 feet apart. Turn your right toes out, bend your right knee. Reverse warrior. Inhale, reach back with left hand. And exhale, lean over left leg, right arm straight up to sky, palm facing head. Or continue to rotate the palm behind you, maybe even slice the arm over the left leg. Truly side bending. I know some schools teach yoga as a reverse warrior as a back bend. That's not what this is. Feel for the tail moving down, the back ribs lifting off your sacrum. Extended warrior, any variation. Right forearm to thigh, left arm crossing ear, or right hand can be working down to ground, holding ankle, or use your block by either inner or outer right foot. The extended part is the extension of spine. So if this hurts shoulder, any other arm position is fine. Runner's lunge. Look down, bring both hands down to frame the right foot, spin onto the back toes. Square your hips, contract the sitting bones towards your tail. Breathe the back of your spine forward over your right thigh. Exhale, press through left inner ankle to invite the left inner thigh back. Twisting warrior variation, left hand stays on ground or put it up on a block. Right hand to thigh or to sky. Twisting toward your right thigh. And I'll let you feel what's right for you today. You can stay really open in the twist, breathing your spine long away from thigh. Or you can tighten the twist up, inviting your belly up and over your right thigh. Your hand can walk closer if that's the case. Prasarita Padottanasana A, wide angled forward fold. Bring your right hand down to your left. Lift your hips so you can spin the right toes in and turn to face side of mat with your feet parallel to each other. Legs straightish in a wide stance. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Any arm variation that works for you. The classical hands is hands on the mat between your 2 feet. Fingers, toes face the same direction. Elbows hugging in, so they're only shoulder width also. Neck relaxed or tuck chin and work crown to ground. Lizard variation. Inhale to a half lift. Walk your hands back towards right foot. Hands will end up inside the right foot, both hands. You might move right foot aside a little bit, heel toe it. And for this lizard, I'll say left thigh stays up, but you might want to set your back knee down, and that's fine. You can lock out your elbows as you feel for heaviness in the hips, or some of you will lower down onto one or both elbows or put elbows on blocks. 3 more slow breaths, whichever shape you're in. And find your way onto your belly for heel to butt. Or some of you will lie on your left side if the shape doesn't work for you. Make a pillow out of your left arm, bend your right knee, take a breath, and on exhale, reach back for right heel or ankle for your quad stretch. Everything else can relax. If that bothers low back or knee, it might be an option for you to lie on your left side. Bring knee to chest, catch ankle, and just bring the right knee back into an appropriate quad stretch that does not create pain. Whether you're on your side or on your belly, you can feel for lengthening the tail down towards standing heel and scooping low belly off the pubic bone. All right, carefully release. Either take a moment to rest or complete any vinyasa. Up dog, down dog, or cat cow. The key is to breathe. We'll meet in warrior 2, left foot forward. So if you didn't do a vinyasa, find your way up to standing. And face the side of your mat, feet 4 feet apart. Left knee bent. Reverse warrior. Lift the right hand 1 inch so you can reach back and lift the right ribs off your hip. And then reverse. Side bend over right leg. Bend the left knee deeply. Feel for grounding the big toe side of the left foot as you send the knee towards your pinky toe. Dropping left sitting bone down. Huge breath into your opening left side body. Good. Keep all that length you just made in the left side body as you come into your extended warrior. Left elbow to thigh or hand working down to ground, block, or ankle. Elbow on thigh. Feel if you can lift elbow off thigh, not too much weight. And then roll left shoulder blade away from ear. Breathe low back ribs out. Exhale, hug your low abdominals in. Runner's lunge, hands down to frame the front foot, spin onto the back toes. Twisting warrior variation, right hand to ground or put it up on a block, left hand to thigh or reach it to the sky. If you chose a tighter twist on side 1, then do that again if you can. Wide angled fold, left hand down to right. Walk your hands to the right as you turn the left toes in, straightish legs for your standing straddle stretch. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. This time, inhale, half lift. Hands to your waist. Elbows to the sky. Squeeze shoulders, squeeze elbows back. Either come up to standing and keep squeezing elbow, shoulders back, or return to your fold. Squeeze elbows back, tuck chin to throat, squeezing shoulders into each other muscularly. And inhale to a half lift. Bind your hands behind your back. Exhale, fold. Of course, you can do that standing upright or release your hands, forward fold, just like before. To release the bind, I recommend lowering hands onto hips and then let them slide down your legs. Most shoulders like that. Inhale, half lift. Deep lunge variation, lizard variation. Walk towards left foot. So both hands end up inside the big toe side of left foot. You can move left foot to side. Back knee up, or mirror what you did on side one if that's an option on side two. If you're up on your hands, you might lock your elbows out just so your arms don't get weary resisting the heaviness of your hips. Find your way onto your belly. Or line your right side for H to B. Left heel to butt. Quad stretch. Breathe as you reach back for the left foot. Carefully release. Rest and breathe or complete your vinyasa. Warrior one, right foot forward. Step right foot up to thumb, or if you're standing, turn to face the front of your mat. Step your left foot back about 3 or 4 feet. Hips squared off to the right, right knee bent, left leg as straight as feels safe. Eagle arms right under left. Cross your upper arms and then maybe double bind, cross the wrists. Or if that's a strain for wrists, shoulders, or elbows, put your hands on your shoulders, hug you variation. If shoulders are healthy, elbows moving forward and up. Breathe the back bottom ribs out. Exhale, drop your tail straight down, scoop your low belly in. Twisting warrior variation, unwind your arms. Maybe you return to something we've already done, left hand to the ground, or left elbow, right thigh. Any hand variation, including prep for bind or full bind. Feel for drawing your right hip underneath you, firm it up, tailbone down. Breathe your spine, your left side ribs away from your grounded tail. Good. Exhale, pigeon, hands down. Lower your right shin down. If you know belly down, pigeon, or deer are fine for you. Any expression of pigeon. Deer pose is where we bend left knee out to the side. For people whose knees get way too compressed in pigeon, that might be a good option. Opening up the back knee so you can move front knee forward, front foot forward, and open up front knee. Still too much pressure on the knees? Come onto your back. Figure 4 or any expression of pigeon on your back. I'll get quiet so you can feel down into your pelvis. Invite your breath down into the hips. the low abdomen. And find your way back to either downward facing dog or any neutral shape. It might feel right to you to simply release the right leg back and take a belly down Shavasana. Or if you're already on your back, a little Shavasana. I prefer this to child's pose because it allows the knees and hips to decompress. But child's pose is fine. We'll meet in warrior one, left foot forward. Those of you working up from the ground, step your left foot up to your thumb. Spin the back heel down. If you're standing up, step the right foot back. And I would like your hips squared. So if that means you need to move right foot out to the side to prepare for twist. Oh, eagle first. I'm sorry, guys. Left elbow under right. But you can still feel into your squared hips. Your tail dropping like a plumb line. Your heart buoyant with breath. Exhale, release the arms. Twist. Mirror what you did on side one if it's an option. So right elbow, left thigh. Unless you chose one of the other options on the first side, do it again. For healthy low backs, feel for drawing the right hip back even as you tuck left sitting bone underneath. Some of you tweaky low backs, it's fine to let the right hip drop as you turn to the left. Pigeon, mindfully hands down, left shin down, or mindfully find your way onto your back if pigeon and deer are not for you on this side. And of all the poses that I don't think it's important to mirror, pigeon is definitely one that will feel very different from one side to the other. And I do not want you to push into painful places for the sake of an outer image. And yes, I think hips like to invite your awareness in. So yes, gentle movements, fluid movements to settle in can help, but then settle somewhere in stillness for the last couple of breaths. Just be with what is as it is. Next place we will meet is on our backs. So if you want to take a final vinyasa or down dog, take your time. If you end up simply rolling onto your back, well, that's convenient and you're already on the ground. It's one more time. Come into either a happy baby or a Supta Baddha Konasana with feet up. And fine if some of you guys want to lift your head up and work feet to head to feet. Make sure your abdominals engage more than your neck. Everyone hug knees to chest. Spinal twist, any expression of spinal twist. Some of you will twist your root, right thigh on top of left, and drop knees to the left. Others, keep your knees stacked. Maybe rest your knees on a block or bolster. Or extend the bottom leg and rest the top leg on something. Arms wherever the shoulder and so maybe leave right hand on your body. Ease your way onto the other side. And settle into your Shavasana. Not a long Shavasana here on the Zoom. So if you prefer a full 5, 7, 10-minute Shavasana, we can namaste now and you can rest in the quiet without the electronics. Or some of you want to practice, keep stretching, do your inversions. Well, Zoom allows you to do that, and then you can rest after class. Those of you dropping into stillness here, trace where your body is in contact with the ground beneath, through your heels, calves, backs of legs, hips, back body, shoulders, arms and hands, skull. And sense all those points softening to the ground beneath. Heavy, gooey, relaxed. And simultaneously, you might sense the ground lifting you, floating you through space. Impossibly light and spacious. Relaxed. Toggle between the heaviness and the lightness, the density, the infinite space. Faster and faster until the two sensations are one. And let go. And you may still hear my voice and yet still choose to stay, settling, relaxing for a few minutes. Well, then let my voice drift into the background with the rest of outside sounds. I know some of you, my voice already started wiggling your fingers and toes. Well, you can either let that go or continue to grow those movements, grow your breath. If the stretch sounds yummy, reach the hands up overhead. Lengthen the legs. Maybe stretch your mouth, jaw wide in a yawn. I recommend easing over to one side and crawling your way up to sitting, staying close to the earth as you press yourself up. If there's a way for you to come up with ease, you follow your own body. We'll meet sitting with our palms pressed together. The thumbs against your sternum. Lift your heart. Bow your head to your heart. Feel it beat. Feel your seat here on the ground below. Feel your place here. You belong. Namaste.